All right. Next, we'll learn about allocation method called assessment. And assessment is a method wherein you transfer the cost from sender cost centers to receiver cost centers using something called secondary cost element. So in this case, the primary cost element is not preserved when you look at transactions on the receiver cost center side. So user will generally run that transactions from accounting, controlling, and then you go to cost center accounting, and then you go to period end closing. It's a period end closing activity, and you go to single functions, and then there is allocations, and within allocations there is assessment. KSU5. We already ran KSV5, but this is KSU5. So there needs to be configuration or config that we need to do for to make the cycle available for the users to run. And so we'll continue that path and then examine this in a little bit more detail. So what we will do is we will let me go to the hierarchy. So go to master data, standard hierarchy, display. So what we will do is we will take the transactions posted against admin cost centers for salaries, and then we'll move those to the production cost centers. So the salaries expenses that are posted against admin cost centers will be allocated to production one and production two cost center. So let's look at the cost elements that are involved. So let's go to, so we'll look at the cost, primary cost elements involved. So if you look at this, so what we need to do first is we need to group this 15, 18, and 20, those three primary cost elements into a cost element group for sending to the receiver. So let's go and form the cost element group. So we go to cost element accounting, master data, cost element group, create the cost element group, and cost element. So we'll call it salaries, and let's create it. So cost element, and so we'll say, okay, chart of accounts. So we'll have this 18, 20. Okay, so now we formed the cost element group called salaries that we'll use, and that's saved.